Several years ago, I was managing a grocery store, and the minimum amount of hours I was allowed to put in was 50 hours. And in some weeks, I would get up to about 75 hours, but thankfully, I was able to keep it at about 50 hours. But during this time frame, the Lord pressed on my heart that I should probably start a church. Wow. So now I'm working, managing this grocery store, and also working Sundays and Wednesday nights, on top of trying to reach out to get people to come to this small, brand new startup church where there's, 150, 200, 800 churches in the area. So at a certain point, it became incredibly stressful. It became very difficult. It became very hard. And as I struggled along, I became aware that I needed some help. And I was brought up that you take care of yourself, that you work hard, that you get things done. That's one of the reasons I was managing a grocery store. But with this working mindset, God will absolutely allow you to get to the end of yourself so that you'll actually rely on Him and then see how much He loves you. So as I'm stressing trying to manage a store, as I'm trying to organize a church startup from scratch with no help from anybody else, there was just a lot of pressure. And so at a certain point, I remember going, you know what? I've been kind of dumb about this. Why don't I pray to the Lord for strength? And so that's what I did. I actually went to the Lord in prayer. And I said, God, I need some strength at the church because this whole load is on me. All the reaching out is upon me and my wife. All the giving is pretty much upon me and my wife. All the song, well, not all of the song leading at that point, but all of just about everything else was on top of me while I'm being a manager. So I prayed and I was like, God, will you just send somebody that would be strong? And within weeks, this family shows up, this man and woman show up that were incredibly strong for us. They were Christians already, but they were dissatisfied with their stage in life. They had kind of backslidden just a little bit. And so then now they were wanting to get full blown into a church, and they had been invited to our church, and they just came on full strength as they renewed their life and vigor for Jesus Christ. They came every single time we met. They tithed religiously, and they accepted responsibilities immediately. They had leadership qualities, and I was blown away. I was like, wow, God, I prayed for strength, and it immediately came. You do hear us. And it was so confirming for my soul, and it was just so beautiful. So then I thought about the pressure that I was under at my workplace, and I was like, well, I just prayed for strength here. Why not pray for strength over there? I've realized that I can't do everything. Maybe I should pray for strength. And so I went to the Lord and I was like, God, will you do a similar thing at my workplace? Will you send me some strength? And I was very shocked at what happened next. We had a remodel going on at our store. And during the remodel, there's people in and out. You have subcontractors, you've got volunteers, you have cleaning crew, etc. And this one girl showed up on the cleaning crew that cleaned and cleaned and cleaned and pushed people out of the way so that she could clean. We had never seen anything like this. And my boss came to me. So I'm the store manager. He's the district manager. And he came to me. He's like, did you see this girl? He's like, do you think we should hire her? And I said, absolutely, we need to hire her. This German girl was about 5'10", but with her personality, she seemed to be about 6'2". And she could outwork any man that I had seen within a 10-mile radius. And she was dominant and aggressive and and would get workloads done. And she would basically, when she came in the afternoon, she would tell me immediately, why don't you go home? Now I've got this. Get out of my way. I'm so thankful for this girl. I'd like to mention her name in this video, but I don't necessarily have the right to do that without talking to her first. But man, she was such a blessing to my life. When I asked for strength, the Lord provided it twice in a very short amount of time, once at church, once at the management at this grocery store. And I share this with you so that you know that the struggle of living and the struggle of God not answering every prayer should not keep you nor hinder you from crying out to Him for help. He does hear you. He will listen to you, and He will bless you. Just put it on His timetable.